Spirituality is not about being perfect. Hey guys, it's John here in my truck waiting for my order to come out of this store. I wanted to hop on and talk about the concept of spiritual perfection. Oftentimes people will beat themselves up for not being perfect in the moment or having a moment where they have negative emotions. And those negative emotions are not something that is imperfect. Because to be in the physical world means that you are here to experience your imperfections, to experience your fears, your anxieties, your stresses, so that you can come to know, love, God, yada, yada, more fully. And without this experience in life of our imperfections, we could not have the understanding of the beauty and the simplicity of love. That idea that we need to be perfect is really a fear of not getting there itself. And fear is the driving tool of imperfection. Fear is the way we experience our imperfections. We react out of fear. We say things out of fear. We express our own divinity, but we say things at the wrong time or the inopportune moment, and we beat ourselves up for being so. To be here in the physical and to be imperfect in the physical is absolutely perfect. Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? But if we never had these experiences, if we never had that expression of our own fears, anxieties, and imperfections, we could never, ever experience that love of God. Spirituality is not imperfect. Spirituality is how we react to our imperfections. It's how we live into our experience of not being perfect. In those moments where we have a fear response or a negative reaction, or we say the wrong thing, do we take the next moment and beat ourselves up? Or do we take the next moment and either make amends for what has happened or to understand that here in the physical, we're not perfect, and to take that lesson that we just learned in our imperfection to the next level of our own spirituality by knowing in the next moment we're not going to react the same way. We learn as we go, but the process of beating ourselves up for saying the wrong thing or saying something fearful, it's a waste of a moment. And we only live in one present moment. And the more of those successful present moments you stack, the more your life expands into a greater awareness of love and compassion, and the world shows you your own personal divinity. But when you negate that divinity by calling yourself out for negative emotions or calling yourself out for those thoughts that you had, those thoughts that you had or those negative emotions are just the things that say, oh, these are the things that I need to work on. These are the things that I need to address. These are the fears that I need to eradicate. Remember, Buddha said the secret to enlightenment is the eradication of fears. All of your imperfections are coming from the root cause of fear, the root of fear. We process our world through our fears and anxieties. That's why we come here. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. It takes time to get to the habit of being fearless. And beating yourself up for not being fearless, that's antithetical, because the beating yourself up is yet another fear. Today is a rainy day. And without the rainy days, the trees don't grow. The grass isn't green. It's the rainy days that make us have the perfection of the world. The days that are gloomy, the days that are not what some might think is perfect. I think rainy days are perfect because they're part of the process of experiencing and creating our world. So your rainy days, your fear-based moments, your moments of saying the wrong thing, your moments of having a negative emotion, your moments of uncovering some bias that you have that you didn't know you had, those moments of imperfection are just your rainy days. But without those rainy days, you don't have the green grass, you don't have the trees growing. You have desolation, and you have desert, and you have no growth, because the rainy days are the perfection that makes us grow. And in your own life, the idea of the moments that are less perfect, they are the things that make you more perfect in the end. And so my thought on this is this: take today, realize that you aren't perfect. Acknowledge that imperfection is beauty and that imperfection is perfect, because without that imperfection, you could never experience God fully. And in experiencing God through imperfection, you find your perfect self. And that's my thought on this. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.